Shri Radha Golokānanda Bhagwan ki jai, Jai Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhāgavatam ki jai. So reading from Srimad Bhāgavatam, chapter 3, entitled Krishna is the source of all the incarnations. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Diyam Udiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtiki. Sutta Vacha Jagrihe Paurisham Rupam Bhagavan Mahat Adibhi Sambhutam Shodasha Kalam Ado Loka Sishikshaya. Sutta said, in the beginning of the creation, the Lord first expanded himself in the universal form of the Purush incarnation and manifested all the ingredients for the material creation. And thus, at first, there was the creation of the 16 principles of material action. This was for the purpose of creating the material universe. Yasyam vasi shanayasya yoga nidram vitanvataha nabhidam bhujad ase brahma vishwa srijam pati. A part of the Purush lies down within the water of the universe. From the navel lake of his body sprouts a lotus stem, and from the lotus flower atop this stem, Brahma, the master of all engineers in the universe, becomes manifest. Yasya vayava samsthane kalpito loka vistara tadvai bhagavato rupam vishuddham sattvam urjitam. It is believed that all the universal planetary systems are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha, but it has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. His body is eternally in spiritual existence par excellence. Pashyanti yado rupam adhaprachakshusha sahasrapaduru bhujanadbhutam Sahasramurdha Shravanakshi Nasikam Sahasramola Ambara Kundalo Lasat. The devotees with the perfect eyes See the transcendental form of the Purusha, who has thousands of legs, thighs, arms and faces, all extraordinary. In that body, there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes and noses. They are decorated with thousands of helmets and glowing earrings and are adorned with garlands. Etan nanavataranam nidhanam vijam avyayam yasyam shamshena shityante devatiryan naradayah. This form, the second manifestation of the Purush, with the source and indestructible seed of multifarious incarnations within the universe. From the particles and portions of this form, different living entities like demigods, men and others are created. Sa eva pratamam deva kaumaram sarvam ashritah chachara dushkaram brahma brahmacharyam akhanditam. First of all, in the beginning of creation, there were the four unmarried sons of Brahma, the Kumaras, who being situated in a vow of celibacy, underwent severe austerities for realization of the absolute truth. Dvitiyam tu bhavayasya prasadagatam mahim udharishyan upadatta yagyesha shaukaram babuha. The supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices accepted the incarnation of a boar, the second incarnation, and for the welfare of the earth, he lifted the earth from the nether regions of the universe. Tritiyam rishi saragambe devarshitvam upetyasaha tantram sadvatam achashta neshkarmyam karmanam yataha. In the millennium of the rishis, the personal Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Deva Rishi Narada, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of the Vedas, which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. Turiye dharma kala sarge nara narayana vrishi bhutvatmo pashamopetam akarod dushkaram tapaha. In the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nar and Narayana, the twin sons of the wife of King Dharma. Thus he undertook severe and exemplary penances to control these senses. Panchamaha kapilo nama siddheshah kala vidlutam rovacharu sulaye sankyam tattvagrama vinirnayam. The fifth incarnation, named Lord Kapila, is foremost among perfected beings. He gave an exposition of the creative elements and metaphysics to Asuri Brahmana, for in course of time this knowledge had been lost. Shashtham atrera apatyatvam vritaha prapto anusuyaya Andikshikim alarkaya prahaladadibhya uchivan. The sixth incarnation of the Purush was the son of the sage Atri. He was born from the womb of Ansuya, who prayed for an incarnation. He spoke on the subject of transcendence to Alark, Prahlad and others, Yadu, Kaivya, etc. Tataha saptam akutyam rucher yagyo vyajayat sayamatyeh suragane apata swayam bhuvantaram. The seventh incarnation was Yagya, the son of Prajapati Ruchi, and his wife Ahuti. He controlled the period during the change of the Swayambhu Manu and was assisted by demigods such as his own Yama, his son Yama. Ashtame miru devyamatu nabher jata urukramaha darshayan vartama dhiranam sarvasham namaskritam. The eighth incarnation was King Vishal, son of King Nabhi and his wife Meru Devi. In this incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection, which is followed by those who have fully controlled the senses and who are honored by all orders of life. Rishibhir yachito bheje navamam parthivam vapuha dudhe mam ushadhir vipras tenayam sa ushattamah. O Brahmanas, in the ninth incarnation the Lord prayed for by sages, accepted the body of a king, Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various producers, and for that reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. Rupam sajagrihe matsyam chakshusho dadi samplave navyaropya mahimayam apad vaivasvatam manum. When there was a complete inundation after the period of the Chakshusha Manu, and the whole world was deep within water, the Lord accepted the form of a fish and protected Vaivasvat Manu, keeping him up on a boat. Sura Suranam Udathim Matnatam Mandarachalam Dadre Kamatharupena Parishta Ekadashe Vibhuha. The 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of a tortoise, whose shell served as a piper for the Mandarachal hill, which was being used as a churning rod by the taste and attaste of the universe. Dhanvantaram dvadashamam trayodashamam evacha apayat suran anyam mohinya mohayan striya. In the 12th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Dhanvantari, and in the 13th he allured the atheists by the charming beauty of a woman and gave nectar to the demigods to drink. Chaturdasham narasimham vibradate kendram urjitam dadara karajaira ura erakam katakrit yadha. In the 14th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Nirsimha and bifurcated the strong body of the atheist Hiranyakashipu with his nails, just as a carpenter pieces cane. Panchadasham vamanatam kidvagat advaram bale padatrayam yachamanaha pratyaditsustri pushpishtatam. In the 15th incarnation, the Lord assumed the form of a dwarf Brahman, Vama, and visited the arena of sacrifice arranged by Maharaj Bali. Although at heart he was willing to regain the kingdom of the three primary systems, he simply asked for a donation of 3 steps of land. Avatare Shodashame Pashyanham Madruhadripan Triha Sapta Kritvaha Kupito Niyakshatram Akaron Mahim. In the 16th incarnation of the Godhead, the Lord as Bhrigupati annihilated the administrative class Kshatriyas 21 times, being angry with them because of their rebellion against the Brahmanas, the intelligent class. Tataha भक्तदेशे जातः सत्यवत्यां पराशरा चक्रे वेदतरोः शाखा दृष्ट्वा पुंसो अल्पमेधसः. Thereafter, in the 17th incarnation of Godhead, Sri Vyasadeva appeared in the womb of Satyavati through Parasharani, and he divided the one Veda into several branches and sub-branches, seeing that the people in general were less intelligent. Naradivatpum apannaha surakaya chikirshaya samudra nigrahadini chakre viryanyatah param. In the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as King Ram. In order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods, he exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist king Ravana, who was on the other side of the sea. Ekona vimshe vimshatime vrishnishu prapta janmani Rama Krishna vaiti bhuvo Bhagavan avarat bharam. In the 19th and 20th incarnations, the Lord advented himself as Lord Balram and Lord Krishna in the family of Vishnu, the Yadu dynasty, and by so doing, he removed the burden of the world. Tataha kalo sampravritte sammohaya suradvisham buddho nananjana sutaha ekateshu bhavishyati. Then, in the beginning of Kali Yuga, the Lord will appear as Lord Buddha, the son of Anjana, in the province of Gaya, just for the purpose of deluding those who are envious of the faithful taste. Adhaso yuga sandhyayam dasya prayeshu rajasu janita vishnu yashaso nana kalkir jagatpati. Thereafter, at the conjunction of the two yugas, the Lord of the creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation and become the son of Vishnu Yasha. At this time, the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers. Avatarya sankheya hareha sattvanidhe vija yatha vidashinaha kulya sarashaha syuha sahasrashaha. O Brahmanas, the incarnation of the Lord are innumerable, like rivulets flowing from inexhaustible sources of water. Rishayo manavo deva manoputra mahojasah kalahas sarve harer eva saprajapatehas mritahas. All the rishis, manus, demigods and descendants of Manu, who were specially powerful of plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. This also includes the Prajapatis. Eke cham sakalaha pumsaha Krishnasya tu bhagwan swayam Indrai vyakulam lokam mridayanti yuge yuge. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Shri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheists. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists. Janma guhyam bhagavato ya etat prayato naraha sayam pratad dhrinan bhaktya. 'Dukkha grama vimuchyate. Whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearances of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all miseries of life. Etat rupam bhagavato hyarupasya chidatmanaha maya gunera virachitam mahadadvir atmani. The conception of the Virat universal form of the Lord as appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent and neophytes to adjust to the idea of the Lord's having form. But factually, the Lord has no material form. Yatha navasi megho renurva parthivo nive evam drishtare drishyatvam aropitam abuddhibhiha. Clouds and dust are carried by the air, but less intelligent persons say that the sky is cloudy and the air is dirty. Similarly, they also implant material bodily conceptions on the spirit self. Ataha param yad avyaktam avyudha guna brimbinam rishta shuta vatutvat sajivo yat punarbhava. Beyond this gross conception of form is another subtle conception of form, which is without formal shape and is unseen, unheard and unmanifest. The living being has his form beyond this subtlety. Otherwise he couldn't have repeated births. Yatre me sat asad rupe pratishidhe swasamvida avidyayatmani krite iti tat brahma darshanam. Whenever a person experiences by self-realization that both the gross and subtle bodies have nothing to do with the pure self, at that time he sees himself as well as the Lord. Yadyesho parata devi maya vaisharadi matiha sampanna evetu vidur mahimni swe mahiyate. If the illusory energy subsides and the living entity becomes fully enriched with knowledge by the grace of the Lord, then he becomes at once enlightened with self-realization and thus becomes situated in his own glory. Evam janmani karamani hyakardur ajanasya cha varnayanti sma kavayo veda bhuyani hritpateha. Thus learned men describe the births and activities of the unborn and inactive, which is undiscoverable even in the Vedic literatures. He is the Lord of the heart. Sava idam vishwam amoghanilaha shrejati avati attinasat charesmin bhuteshu chantarhit atmatantraha shad vargikam jigrati shat gunesha. The Lord, whose activities are always spotless, is the master of the six senses and is fully omnipotent with six opulences. He creates the manifested universes, maintains them and annihilates them without being in the least affected. He is within every living being and is always independent. Nachasya kashin nipunena dhatu avaite jantuha kumanisha utiha namani rupani manovachobhi santan vato nattacharyam ivakyaha. The foolish with a poor fund of knowledge cannot know the transcendental nature of the forms, names and activities of the Lord who is playing like an actor in a drama. Nor can they express such things, neither in their speculations nor in their words. Sabeda dhatuha padavim parasya duranta viryasya rathanga paneha Vyomayaya santataya vidya bhajet tatpada sarojagantham. Only those who render unreserved, uninterrupted, favorable service unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who carries the wheel of the chariot in his hand, can know the Creator of the universe in his full glory, power and transcendence. Atheha dhanya bhagavanta itham yad vasudeve khilla lokanathe kurvanti sarvatmakam atmabhavam nayatra bhuyah parivartapugraha. Only by making such inquiries in this world can one be successful and perfectly cognizant. For such inquiries invoke transcendental ecstatic love unto the personality of Godhead, who is the proprietor of all universals and guarantees 100% immunity from the dreadful repetition of birth and death. Idam Bhāgavatam nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttam Shloka Charitam Chakara Bhagavan Rishiha Nihishvesaya Lokasya Dhanyam Sasya Ayanam Mahat. This Srimad Bhāgavatam is a literary incarnation of God, and it is compiled by Srila Vyasadeva, the incarnation of God. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people, and it is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Tad idam grahayam asa sudam atmavatam varam sarva vedeti hasanam saram saram samudritam. Sri Vyasadeva delivered it to his son, who is the most respected among the self-realized, of extracting the cream of all Vedic literatures and histories of the universe. Satu samshravayam asa maharajam parikshitam prayo pravishtam dandayam paritam param rishibhi. Shukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, in his turn delivered the Bhāgavatam to the great Emperor Parikshit, who sat surrounded by sages on the bank of the Ganges, awaiting death without taking food or drink. Krishne sadhamo pagate dharma jnana vibhi saha Kalo nashtadrisham esha puranarko dhunoditaha. This Bhagavad Puran is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. Tatra kirtayato vipra viprasheda bhuri tejasaha aham chadyagam tatra nivishtastat anugraha soham vahashravayishyami yathadhitam yathamati. All learned Brahmanas, and Shukadeva Goswami recited Bhāgavatam there in the presence of Emperor Parikshit. I heard him with rapt attention, and thus, by his mercy, I learned the Bhāgavatam from great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the very same thing as I learned it from him and I have realized it. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta translation of the first canto, third chapter of the Srimad Bhāgavatam, entitled Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Grantha Srimad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Shri Radha Golokānanda Bhagwan ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Viman.